I just read a Dear Abby column that reminded me of a little video I put up just recently. Okay. I put up a video in which I defended the Schulman's marriage contract, which had been widely ridiculed, because it had all these detailed rules about, husband does this on this day and wife does that on that day. And it was open to ridicule. I did acknowledge that. But I also made the point that they did that because without it, people just kind of automatically fall into, doing traditional gendered role chores. And they wanted to equal things out, so they just wrote it down. And they weren't completely non-flexible about it, but they just decided to write it down and agree to do certain chores at certain times. Now, what I was reminded of was that I read a letter to the editor in the Dear Abby column by a woman who had married and had an old-fashioned type of gender roles marriage. She'd been a housewife, kept the home fires burning while her husband went out and earned a living. Worked just fine for several years. They were happy with it. And then there was a downturn in the industry her husband worked in. Okay, so he had to take another type of job, which didn't pay nearly as much, and which led her to take a paid job. And again, I don't say go to work, because being a housewife is work. But take a paid job is what I say. Go to paid work. Okay. And the thing about that is, after they did that, he didn't change in the sense of doing any more of the household chores at all. So she's naturally getting very tired, because whereas she used to be a full-time housewife, now she's basically got 2 full-time jobs, and he's got 1. So that, I think that sort of a case does point out why you might want to have a long discussion and maybe write it down and try to stick to what you wrote down, basic, in a basic sense. But you don't have to get you don't have to get too much of a stickler about it. You can be flexible. If you see something that needs to be done, you can do it. And you could help the other person with doing it. But I just wanted to point that out, that shows why you might want to, make that sort of agreement and put it on paper.